Hello, we are back.
Yes, we are back. Now, just before the break, we actually talked a little bit about like the arts industry, right? And how creative collaboration can take many forms in the arts industry, and how there are like different challenges. Like for example, like one of the challenges that we face in creative collaboration is that whole idea of like protecting your knowledge. Like I talk about like how I've approach some groups and societies and say that I would want to like love, or rather I would love
Part and learn.
I would love to be part of this and learn from you guys, but then like they just say no because like they feel the need to like protect that knowledge that they have, so that in the hope that I wouldn't overtake and like over kind of like claim their
Claim their territory.
not claim their territory. Claim their share of the small pie.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so they are always very protective of like the knowledge that they have, because they feel like, oh, the pie is already very small, and like if we share our knowledge with you, you might just overtake us, and you might like take our share of the pie. So there's always this tendency to like want to protect and like reject people whom are you consider new or whom you consider as not part of your clique.
What is knowledge if we don't share? I don't understand the idea.
Yeah.
Like we go to school, we learn knowledge, you know. We went to school for, I don't know, 10 years or more. And the idea is that we go to school to learn. And like we are always taught that knowledge is endless. And the fact that when we, go out into the working world, or when we're older and then we face a situation where, a person is giving you the opportunity to, share your knowledge, and you say you don't want. That, I don't know, that's just a very weird thing to think about.
Yeah, then we talk also a little bit about this whole dynamics, right? Like in collaboration, you need to have certain group dynamics. But in the industry, we talk about how there were certain dynamics whereby it seemed a little bit more fake. Like how sometimes like people, like when they go and view the works of like a well-known director, like this well-known director don't even need to like work so hard. Like he could possibly put someone on the sofa fanning, and then they will say, "Oh my God, that is so lovely." Yeah. Then where do we go from there if we were to ever have a form of collaboration or collaborative work? Then those are some of the things that pose as challenges when it comes to like collaborating in the arts industry.
So anyway, talking about all these things and talking about collaboration, right? I've seen how this collaborative process has evolved. When you talk about social media, right? When you talk about TikTok, and then like there's this phenomenon of like where you can duet with a person, and then like the whole idea of like this collaborative, creative collaboration has evolved, because one person can do one video and then you can duet that person's video and put your take on it, like you improve or you make it better, or it's like an accompaniment to that video that was done by the original creator. And like I thought this way of like collaboration is very very interesting, because you're taking you're not collaborating synchronously, but basically it's a recorded video, so it's an asynchronous collaboration. And this phenomenon to me is very interesting. And like when we were having me and Adi were having a discussion about it, we were talking about like then how like during this collaborative process, like when they do this duet thing, and then is this person being attributed, like do we know the original creator of that original video that the person is duetting?
Yeah, for TikTok, they were actually like, if you press on the function duet, they will actually put in like the original creator there, like you're duetting with so and so, which I thought was really helpful, because now I don't really have to call like, hello, can I like collaborate with you? Yeah, I can literally just like
instant.
yeah, I can literally just instantly collaborate with you because I don't have to go through that whole approval and stuff. Like when it comes to like YouTube, when it comes to like doing Instagram live, there's always this whole like process of like calling up the fellow collaborator, like, hey, you free or not on this day? Okay. Then we collaborate. We come together and then we like collaborate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for it's interesting that TikTok actually have like figured out a way to actually enable collaboration without having that whole process of calling up. Then you wouldn't have to face the whole idea of like rejection. Like, oh, we don't want you. No. Yeah. Because like in TikTok videos, like the moment you publish your videos, it's open for anyone to actually just take and collaborate with you.
But if you still don't want people to do it with you, you can still, uncheck. Don't allow do it. I think it's possible.
Yeah. Then it's just too bad lah. Like you just like rot there like, with your own video.
Yeah, so when it comes to this kind of collaboration, right, when we talk about TikTok, like TikTok is so very hard on copyright, and like it's very hard to create not create, let's reuse or like reuse somebody's music, and like if TikTok deem it, like, oh, you can't use this, they don't tell you, they will just shadow ban your video and not tell you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to one of our videos we did together. Like for a day it received so many views and then suddenly it just died. So I was like, it's because of the music that we use.
Yeah. Also, I think, okay, going back to that whole idea of like piracy, because I was telling Faizal, like, even though there is that attribution, right, but at the end of the day, when like people like that new video that was created out of the collaboration, the original creator don't actually get the likes in the end. So I told him, like, isn't that like almost the same as piracy? Because the reason why a lot of artists have problem with piracy is because when these pirates like kind of like put back or upload the song onto YouTube and stuff, they get attributed. Like we know that okay, Mariah Carey's song is so and so, Lady Gaga's song is so and so, and it was like just being reproduced on YouTube. But at the end of the day, even with the attribution, the artists don't get that form of like monetary reward. So it can be quite problematic to me. I feel like yes, it allows collaboration without having to go like, hello, can we collaborate? It allows us to go past that, but at the same time, it kind of like I feel like it allows people to like pirate other people's idea. And that's the thing that you will notice on TikTok a lot. Like somebody will do something and then it becomes trendy, and like you will have 100 different people
Followers
doing that same thing. Yeah, it's a replication. So I don't know, like at the end of the day, yes, you can see it as a collaborative work, but then that whole replication, I feel like it's almost similar to like piracy.
What if the replication is not exactly the same? The whole treatment concept same, but the content delivery is different. Would you still consider that piracy?
I would consider that adaptation, but again, with adaptation, it comes with a whole lot of issues also, which is like if I were to see another version where it was like my idea, then of course I would feel like, hey, that's my idea. Like, yeah, you recreated it without even like attributing it to me. Then like, what am I getting at the end of the day? And it's always, and I think it has been raised up. It's always the more popular ones and the bigger companies who have more following. Like, they don't need to be creative anymore for some reason. They just take other people's idea and then like reproduce it, and then people will acknowledge, oh, actually so and so is like so clever, come up with this idea, when actually the idea was like produced by somebody else who is unknown. Oh my god, it's like bring it on.
Is it?
Yeah, bring it on. You know, the blonde cheerleaders always take the ideas from like the group with the black people, and then they found out like, oh, you've been ripping us off and winning the championship. Yeah.
I guess what you're saying is that, you know, TikTok is great. It's a great collaborative platform. Like people can be quite creative and all, but this whole idea of you're talking about piracy, right? Well, I'll call it like, you know, people following a trend, because now piracy is not the hip word, right? Everybody wants to go viral, and then when it goes viral, it becomes trending, right? Then I guess what is it about TikTok that, you know, then value adds the whole collaborative process?
It allows us to collaborate without having to first ask for permission, I suppose.
I guess permission, it's already kind of being told.
Okay, it allows us to collaborate regardless of like race, religion, origins of country. It allows us to connect on that very same platform and same idea.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Also,
can you imagine if like someone from Brazil wants to like collaborate with Pretty Please, and like Pretty Please actually have to like fly over, or like someone wants to collaborate with me from KL, and I have to fly over to KL. But now with like TikTok, everything can be done almost like,
or even in Zoom,
almost like, you know, like, yeah, seamlessly. Like, I mean, like, whether it is synchronous or asynchronous, that's a different matter altogether. The bottom line is collaboration is enabled. Yeah.
I agree. So anyway, so with that, then I guess.
Wait. And also, like, you know, some parents, they will like be very concerned, like, oh, why is my like kids spending so much time on TikTok? Well, believe it or not, parents, actually your kids can learn a lot of things from TikTok.
Because we learn a lot of things from TikTok.
Yeah.
I follow some accounts where I follow a guy who is an Excel expert, and now I learn so many shortcuts of how I can use Excel, because he gives so many tips. And this is not those kind of Excel where he gives you a random, you know, formula. No, he literally tells you what to click, where to click, and how, you know, to transform certain tables, certain data, which is damn good. And I follow one other guy, I think he's Malaysian and he's a graphic designer. So he gives all sorts of shortcuts, like, you know, things like, you know, I go to this website to remove background of, you know, when we have a picture, like maybe you took the photo, or you downloaded it from some stock image, and then you want to remove the background. So he actually kind of like, you know, showed like, oh, I use this website, and then like this is how I remove the background. And it's like amazing. You can find really amazing content on TikTok.
Yeah, and I've been following a lot of accounts whereby people are producing videos to actually go against stereotypes. So like they will talk about like, oh, I am like of such and such race, but these are the qualities, like, you know, we have been like stereotyped and stuff. So I thought that is helpful, and that is actually a healthy video. And what I like about TikTok these days, right, they have like this community guideline whereby if there are certain trends that are unhealthy, that are harmful, they will actually block the videos.
I guess when you are a big platform like TikTok or even Facebook or Instagram, I guess this kind of community guidelines are very important, because the consumers can be of any age, and they need to be cognizant of, you know, the people they are showing their content to.
Yeah, in fact, I will say TikTok is now way safer than watching videos on YouTube.
So yeah. So if you guys, you know, have nothing better to do and don't already have a TikTok account, please start one. And like, basically when you go there, you can pick the kind of content you want to watch, and basically the kind of content that you want to watch is being pushed to your For You page. So basically For You page are things that can be happening, content that can be from all over the world, but because they align with your interests, they just appear on your For You page.
Yes. So, those of you who are traveling at 50 km per hour and you have time, so please go on TikTok and learn something from there and like move along to 100 km per hour, okay?
Even you can't move at 100 km per hour, at least take the extra hour to reach the same destination.
Yeah. I mean, like, this director that I've been like admiring. He was telling me that because he knows that I am terrified of like books, and like he knows that I really hate reading.
I love books.
So he said that if you don't read, then enrich yourself by watching a lot of things, like watch plays, watch movies, watch drama series, and don't just watch from one source. Watch from many sources. Watch from
all over the world.
Yes.
All languages.
Yes.
All types, cartoons, whatever, what have you.
Yes, especially animes. Japanese animes are amazing at like getting you
Can
to
I
like.
just say that the movie we watched yesterday was awesome. Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
The Mugen Train, the movie. You guys need to watch it.
Yeah, they will always get you to like reflect on your life, reflect on like how we perceive life. Yeah, that is amazing work. That is a good collaboration. Like, those people who have like worked together to like bring this anime to come to life. Yeah, that's a good collaboration.
So anyway, to kind of like, end off this podcast, we would like to just, encourage you guys to, don't be afraid, be fearless. If you guys need to collaborate with somebody, with a group, just do it. Just ask, even if you get rejected,
Yeah.
just do it, because you don't know what will happen if you ask.
Yeah, look at me. I've been rejected so many times, but I still go out and like shamelessly ask people if I can join you and like learn from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess you need to, find that comfortable feeling of like, I'm asking to join, or I'm asking for help because I genuinely want to learn something new. I want to, improve my knowledge. Yeah. So if you fall down 9 times, get back up 9 times, don't.
Yeah, and like what we mentioned at the very beginning of our podcast, like this is all about like talking about TikTok and how TikTok has allowed creatives, producers or creative minded people to come together to collaborate. So if you find yourself like not having that courage to like personally go up to somebody to collaborate creatively, maybe a small stepping stone or a small step towards that is by setting up your TikTok account and like just duet with like random people and build your confidence from there.
Yep. So be fearless, don't be afraid, and go. Just do it. When you tell yourself that you have a great idea, and then like, I will find a day where I'm free to do it. No, there is no such day. When you have a good idea, a good creative idea, and you have time later at 5 p.m. maybe, just do it. Don't wait. Even if you immediately have time at that point of time when you have that idea, just do it. Do it.
Yeah. And if you really can't find any fellow collaborators to collaborate with you to kind of like execute your bright ideas, you can always write into us like adi@adiconceptsg.com.
Or you can email me at Faizal, Faizal at adiconceptsg, adiconceptsg.com.
Or you can like DM any one of us on our like social media.
I'm always on TikTok if you want to DM me, or Instagram.
Yes, I'm always on Instagram.
And with that, I guess we'll end our podcast now, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.